everyone, and thank you for joining us today as we talk through the new directions and visioning through this presentation with our organization, Los Alamos National Laboratory. So let's go ahead and get started today. But before we do, I really want to give a background on our organization. Our organization was formed over 70 years ago as an effort to consolidate the widespread research into nuclear weapons. Our focus then was to assist the government through the Cold War and wars to follow to provide insight into the shifting world in using weapons during wartime that have massive impact on humanity, life cycles, and destruction. However, as we step into the next century, the world is fundamentally changing, and our organization must change with it. The end of the Cold War has reduced the need for the development of nuclear weapons, and the budgetary problems of government create challenges for organizations that rely on government for funding. As a result of this and the emergence of the global economy and marketplace, it was important to reevaluate what Los Alamos did and develop a new mission. So what does this mean? We're going to make some big changes here at Los Alamos, one of which is restructuring our departments and some employee roles, working toward re-engineering our core strengths in the science and technology sector, expanding our reach outside of nuclear defense development, and developing a new mission. For an organization to thrive in an increasingly competitive market, they have to change and expand, and we are no exception to this. And our team is working on pushing out a new structure of development principles to push our organization toward the future, instilling that we are a catalyst for change and improvement tactics in the 21st century and beyond. Now, the guiding principle of the development of the new mission is to become a customer-focused organization that builds on historical strengths in science and technology. We take this to heart, and our executive teams will be embarking on the opportunity to help redevelop, reshape, re-engineer, and re-energize Los Alamos. So as with many organizational redevelopment structures, the changes presented so far have been intentional, well thought out, and I can assure you we are not done yet. The changes that will be coming out of this restructuring will affect all of us, executive, research, development, HR, all departments throughout our company. And we understand that with change, there may come questions. Yes, you will have questions. And with change, there may be resistance. We know this. But through it all, we are confident that the changes being implemented will become the driving force of what keeps our company active, present, and a leader within our sector for many years to come. What have we learned so far? Changing behavior takes time, especially within a large organization like us. Even though we started this process a year ago, maybe only some minor changes in behaviors were able to be detected in our workforce. We, as leaders, should extend the time horizon for significant change and not look for instant results. Additionally, we want to empower our supervisors, and they will become inspired. We've seen that by giving this empowerment to our mid-level supervisors, they have responded with better decision-making and really have improved our overall efficiency. The loss of leadership is an opportunity. Yes, it can be viewed by some people as detrimental, but this is in fact the opposite. New leaders bring in new energy and new ideas. And finally, we aren't there yet, but we will be. Through surveying our employees, we've learned of disenchantment amongst the staff. And our executive team has realized that we have so much more to do in terms of gaining employee motivation, trust, and empowerment. Our HR department is really spearheading a lot of the questions headed their way. And employees are wanting answers to questions such as, why are we reorganizing? And as this is usually the case in major change initiatives, rumor control is paramount. But how can our company continue to communicate efficiently when the old lines of communication have been eliminated through restructuring? This is one of the challenges that our HR department has been facing, and they have been doing an incredible job to help change the historical mindset from passive workers to empowered decision makers. This change plan has brought about many new HR practices, such as performance-based appraisals and employee empowerment tactics. So as our company is changing and going through this process, the key is embracing this change, no matter how difficult it may be. We must realize that sometimes it can get worse before it can get better. It can be a confusing and overwhelming process. Yet, as long as we, in the leadership roles, remain calm and work together and show that we can lead by example, our employees will ultimately replicate this behavior. The change was necessary, and resistance in any form would only make the change process more difficult. The company should come first together to determine what we stand for, create our new mission and our company goals, and allow our employees to know exactly what we are trying to accomplish. This will help not only us now, but help our company in the future with the hiring process and ensuring that the implementation of this new mission and our company values is part of that onboarding to instill consistency. There is no question that the change had to occur for the sake of our company. When business and societal changes take place, organizations must evolve with them. Los Alamos is no exception. The benefits to positively responding to the change within our company are endless, but there are several that need to be recognized. Our mission and our values are of utmost importance to us. We desire to have employees who share our passions and enjoy working for our company. The leadership team is excited about these changes. We believe by looking forward, the entire company can adjust well to these changes and soon reach company goals. Now, although there are several positives to the response of this change, there are a few negatives as well. The results of the change will not be immediate. This may cause frustration. However, if our organization stays focused on our new goals, results will follow. So what's next? We've listened, we've heard our teams, and it can be noted how several have mentioned the difficulty in transforming without a clear definition of a new mission. We are acknowledging that we may have failed to take the necessary time to fully develop a shared sense of the new mission and common vision for the whole entire organization. So our first step moving forward must be to develop and communicate a new mission prior to any other discussion of organizational change. Secondly, our awareness and communication about the time frame for meaningful change, it needs to be extended, perhaps even dramatically extended. Some of our management was disappointed that behavior change was almost neglected 1 year after initialization. But research argues that the time frame for major change, it could extend up to 10 years. We must take a stance that changes like ours take time. The changes at Los Alamos involve significant culture issues, which raise an interesting paradox. How do you manage an organization on a day-to-day basis, which may be culturally bound to a mission that it no longer wants to pursue? Now, as our communication regarding a mission change and moves through organization cultures that have emerged to achieve this old mission, the changes, it may not make sense, and employees may find it difficult to change their own behaviors. But that's the key. It is our goal to push forward and not just talk of our new mission, but live it. We must set precedents amongst our team that the changes are vital to our organization for growth and persistence toward our future endeavors. I thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you've learned a little bit more about our direction, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week.